This project was inspired by a video uploaded by the Boggy Creek Beast a little over 5 years ago. Ember's coming up right there. How about that? Well, that was a lot of fun. Let's take a look at what's inside this kit a little more carefully. My interest was in seeing if I could come up with a practical, reliable piece of simple fire-making kit that I could take with me on a weekend of camping and have enough materials to make a couple of different campfires. And I think I succeeded. What I've got is just a simple Altoids tin, and inside of it, here I have several pieces of, it's about a 1/4 inch jute twine. And in the demonstration I did just a few seconds ago, what I had done was I took one of these completely apart and picked it apart into a little tinder bundle and scraped it with my knife to break up the fibers. I'm not going to bore you with all of that now, but that little tinder bundle was one of these pieces of jute twine. It's easy to carry all wound up like that. My fire rolls, I've got room in here for 5 or 6 little fire rolls. These are just simple basic fire rolls. Lots of videos that myself and others have made on making simple fire rolls. This is just a half of a cotton ball with maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of just ashes that I got out of my fire pit over there. And I've simply rolled them by hand, no more than hand tight. So I needed to roll them a little bit tighter with my bottom and top board, and I'll discuss that next. But these are just plain old cotton ball and ashes fire rolls. There's nothing particularly special about them. The interesting piece of this kit is my top and bottom board. They're both made from thin plywood that I got at a hobby shop for some other project, who knows when, how long ago. And when I first started practicing, well, first thing I did was I made one of them, and I sanded it and filed it until it would slip inside of the Altoids tin very easily. Then I used this one as template for the second one. And when I started using it, what I realized was my bottom board had a tendency to slide, and I didn't like that. So what I did was I had a piece of thin 1/16 inch rubber, again, that I picked up for some other project long ago. Had that down in the basement. I think this is used for making rubber gaskets. I cut a piece, glued it to the bottom of the bottom board, and now it doesn't slide at all. It's really good. Strictly speaking, I think I don't need a bottom board as long as I've got a nice flat surface to roll my fire rolls on, but I wanted to make a bottom board the same size as my top board just to see if I could do it. And I don't always have a nice flat surface to work on. This is flat. One thing I realized when I again started first using this is that my fire rolls would slide instead of rolling between my top and bottom boards, and that was because the plywood was new. So what I did was I took some ashes and I dirtied them up. I got them real dirty. I rubbed in a whole lot of ashes just everywhere. Both sides of this board, the top of this one. The bottom of this one actually needs to be relatively clean. If it's got ashes on it, it might slide just a little bit. So I'll clean that bottom part off, but I rejuvenate this with some ashes from time to time just to keep it dirty. Once it's nice and dirty, all of the sliding went away, and I was able to roll reliably. Anyway, that's it. Nice, small, very reliable, works just about every single time. Compact, take it with you. Fire kit. Works quite well. All goes together and snaps shut. How about that? That's all for this one. See you next time.